Hey folks, Dude here. Today we're going to talk about The Shallows, the Collet-Serra. I had to look up YouTube to pronounce that dude's name. Helmed film about a surfer played by Blake Lively who is stranded in shallow waters by a great white shark who is just not gonna let her go to shore. Lively plays Nancy, a medical school student slash dropout who just lost her mom to cancer and is going to surf this beach in what I assume is Mexico to try and find some way of coming to grips with her mother's death. Her mom told her about this beach when she was younger while her mom was still alive. Well, of course her mom was still alive. It'd be a totally different movie if her mom told her about the beach while she was dead. Anyhow, I can only assume what Nancy's motivations are to come to this beach. It's some sort of cathartic, meditative, spiritual coming together where she's just gonna surf and understand herself and center herself and feel herself. Okay, well, maybe not that. More to the point, while she's out there, she happens upon a carcass of a humpback whale, and that is where we encounter our shark. The shark, assumably, has been hanging out there, munching on this whale, and then when he sees some scrawny blonde chick and a couple Mexican dudes, he's like, alright, forget this whale. I'm eating people. Most of the movie then progresses with Blake on a rock somewhere in the middle of the shallows where she can't get out of the water. Every time she does, the shark either attacks her or scares the crap out of her. She goes back onto the rocks, and when other people are in the water, the shark just rips them to pieces. I was curious about this movie, and in the final product, it is a very good suspense thriller. Jaume Collet-Serra, who you may remember for being at one time attached to the Akira film, that's probably never going to happen. He also did Nonstop with Liam Neeson. He directed this film very well. It's a beautiful looking film. Most of it looks like it's on site, what I assume is Mexico, in this shallow cove. The shots of Lively surfing are just fantastic. It's this nice mixture of slow and fast motion, all coupled with a cool music soundtrack. The sequences with the shark, well, they follow the Jaws rule of not showing too much of the shark because it's just going to be this overly CG great white shark, and for the most part, the shark is pretty passable. There's a few shots here and there where you go, okay, the shark looks a little gooey and shiny and gel-like, but other than that, it does look really good. And there are some serious suspenseful moments in the movie. Pretty much you're like, when's the shark coming? When's the shark coming? When's the shark coming? Once the shark shows up, it's pretty straightforward from there. It's like, oh, is it gonna get her? It's not gonna get her. It's gonna get this guy. Oh, damn, it got this guy. There are a few disappointing aspects in the film. For one, I'm one of those guys who really wants to see the shark tear into someone. The CGI should be good enough. We all live in the future. I wanted to see some people get ripped up. I wanted serious shark munching. And you really only get like a little bit of it. You saw it in the trailer if you've been paying attention to the film when it was coming out. It's like surfers like paddling around and shark gets them. That was kind of cool. But past that, everything else kind of happens off screen. And Sarah did a couple things that I don't like. One in particular is there's a moment in the film where the shark does tear into someone, but we don't see it. All we see are Blake Lively's reaction to the guy getting torn up and then the guy torn up on the beach. Look, I just don't buy this. I really want to see the shark in action. And I know it's a long-standing belief that if you don't show the actual incident, it's far more scary because the audience's imagination is running wild. I don't buy it. I would like to see. I'm seeing this movie because I want to see a shark tear into a few people and then see Blake find some way to get away, because that's what's going to happen. She's going to get away. We know this. There's really no surprise. And look, for a fairly self-contained movie that doesn't go anywhere, it's serviceable. I don't want to tear into the movie too much. The location shooting was beautiful. It was filmed beautifully. Blake Lively was very good in this, and the other shark bait characters did a good job of being shark bait characters. That being said, towards the end, it did get a little silly. It's one of those moments where the writer Anthony Joswinski, I don't know if that's how his name is pronounced. I already spent time going on YouTube looking up Sarah's name. I didn't bother looking up the writer's name. But anyway, they boxed themselves into a kind of a corner. It's like, look, Blake is in the middle of the ocean. She's been there for a while. Well, not the middle of the ocean, the middle of the shallows. She's been there a while. She's doesn't have any food, doesn't have any water, and the shark's going to get her. By all rights, the shark should get her. And of course, it's a movie with Blake Lively. She's got to find a way to get away. The way she got away was kind of cartoony. So the whole thing is, you've seen it in the trailer where she's on the buoy, and then the buoy is anchored to the bottom of the cove by this, maritime type anchor in it. And there's a chain running up to hold the buoy in place, and the shark's attacking the buoy, and she's got the chain. She breaks the chain off the buoy. The chain's weighted. It's pulling her down to the bottom of the cove, and the shark's chasing her down to the water because the chains are weighted. She's going down, and the shark's chasing her. It's this big moment. The shark's chasing her, and the music is playing. She's going, and then she breaks off, and the shark lands right on the sea anchor and kills itself. And that's one of those moments where I was like, no. Yeah, I mean, the shark just like, oh, I'm going to hit the bottom of the water. I'm going to swim away and come back and chomp you, girl. Gotcha. Yum, yum, yum. So that was really about it. Other than that, it is a serviceable, entertaining suspense thriller with a shark that isn't ridiculous until the end. It kind of got a little ridiculous. But it's not kind of goofy the way Deep Blue Sea was. And of course, it doesn't achieve the heights of Jaws. But it's a pretty serviceable shark killing people, gotta get away, suspense thriller, horror thriller, whatever you want to call it. It's just one of these days, I want to see the shark win. I want to see the shark. I want the shark to eat everyone, be like, that was good, everyone was delicious, and I'm just gonna go do my thing now. But that being said, I recommend it. It was very good. Well shot, well directed, well written, well acted, looked beautiful. So till next time, you be well. Right, get some. Yum, yum, yum. That was good. Everyone was delicious, and I'm just gonna go do my thing now.